Hey guys, I'm Lancôme and welcome back to my channel. I've barely started the video and my voice is already playing me, so this should be fun. If you guys are new to my channel and new to my declutter series, this has been going on pretty much since quarantine started. I've been going through my collection, seeing what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, with a little twist on it. It's a declutter, but it's also me telling you what my top products are, because in each declutter video, I only keep a certain number of the products that I'm decluttering. Today's video is going to be primer. I think there's only like one video left to do, which would be lipstick, unless you guys want to see setting spray. But today is primer, and I want to make today's number 10. So let's try to keep under 10 primers. Now you might be thinking, how many primers do you have that you need to get it down to 10? But again, that's why we're doing this declutter series. So if you guys want to see that, then just stay tuned. So the first one I have here is this Makeup Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha primer, I'm assuming, but e.l.f. was like, you're duping us, but didn't e.l.f. dupe them as well? Either way, I wasn't a fan of this when I tried it, so I'm gonna let this, ooh, wait, no, did I not try this? Maybe I'm thinking of the e.l.f. one? I swore I tried this product in a video. Maybe it was some other Makeup Revolution video that I did, but as you guys can see, like, this has not been used before. And when I come across products that I haven't used in these declutters, I save them for that video I keep talking about of me trying products that I clearly forgot to try. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that aside in that pile, because we want to try it before we say if it's worth decluttering or not. Okay, so this is the NYX Pore Filler Primer. I had this for a while and I never tried it, and then I used it in the video where I was comparing like 2015, 16 makeup to 2020, and realized that this might be a low-key like slept on primer. I usually don't like those pore filling primers, but this is one, if I had to give one a pass, I would give this one a pass. So for now, I might have to declutter it later, but for now, I'm gonna put this aside in the we're gonna keep it for now pile. This is from Dermablend. It is their Instagrip Jelly Primer. This is a good primer. I like those, if you guys haven't noticed, those gripping type of primers, and it really does do that. I feel like I never really gave her that good of a test. I've obviously tested it enough to where I know it's a good one, but I don't know, you know, I guess like I tried it and then I got sidetracked with some other type of primer, so I want to keep it for now. But it's like, you guys know what I say in all of these videos, if that's the best I can say about you, what's to say I'm not going to forget about you again? So let me just go ahead and say no, I'm gonna let go of this one. But I believe they're also a clean brand, so if you guys are about that clean beauty life, those type of brands, I believe they are one as well. So that's a good primer to check out if you're looking for one. This is from ColourPop. It is their Jasmine Face Milk from their Mulan collection. I had never tried any of their face milks before this. This is a nice, I feel like this is kind of a moisturizer and it's more a moisturizer, but you can use it as a primer. So maybe I shouldn't even include it in this one, because it's I would think this is a moisturizer. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and let go of this. Even though it is a nice product, it's just nice, you know, it's just kind of taking up space. So I'll go ahead, ooh, and put that down. This is from Revlon, their Prime Plus Mattifying and Pore Reducing. You guys can see the packaging is still on this. I haven't even used this product, so I'll go ahead and put that down in the haven't used it pile. This is from Bite Beauty. It's their Changemaker Skin Optimizing Primer. I tried this for the first time with their foundation. The foundation, if you guys are looking for a nice foundation to check out, the foundation is a nice foundation. It's just okay. And just okay means that we can declutter it because it's not doing much for me. What are you? This is the Laura Mercier Mattifying Oil-Free Moisturizer. If you guys saw the video I did 2 months ago, somewhere around there, I had talked about this in one of those like would I buy it type of videos, and I said I want to test it out. And then I think later on that day I got this in the mail from Laura Mercier. This is a nice primer, but you see what we're getting here, where a lot of these primers are just nice. There was a minute on my channel where I wasn't even using primer at all, because it was just like, all of you kind of give off a, you're just nice, like you're not doing that much for me. I obviously did go back to using primer, but I'm very picky when it comes to primer, and I feel like a lot of them, all I can say is just, you're nice, you know? It's a mattifying primer. I do feel like it mattifies your face, but I have other ones that do the same thing and probably work a little bit better with the other products that you put on top of it. So I'll let go of that. What are you? Ooh, that is my hair. This is the Smashbox Vitamin Glow Primer. I just picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale. It's nice. It's more of the, you know, glow, radiant, I'm not gonna say dewy, but radiant skin type of primer, which if you guys know that I have oily skin might sound weird, like why are you buying primers that are supposed to glow and all that. But I've mentioned before, you know, when you find a nice balance of natural radiant finish products and matte products, you can still wear them even if you have oily skin. So that's why I picked this one out. But when I picked it out, I noticed like it wasn't doing much of anything. Like, it's nice, but nice closer to what did you do for me to keep you, so it can go. Also from Laura, she launched a whole primer line, so I have some other ones that I'll show you, but this one is the hydrating one. This didn't, like, at least the other ones I can say, like, it's nice, you know, okay, with that one, it can go. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Primer, but this is the mattifying one. If you're looking for a good drugstore mattifying primer, I think I also have the smoothing one as well. I don't know, I guess we'll find out later in this video. This is a good mattifying primer, but not one that's going to dry out your face. So I would recommend this if you want to pick it up, but if you haven't caught on yet, I'm still gonna go ahead and declutter that one. It's nice. This is the Lancôme mattifying stick. No, what is it called? What are you called? Oh, Blur and Go. Oh, did the whole thing just almost pop out? You guys see? Okay, a good thing I caught that. But it's a stick primer and it is a mattifying one. I'm gonna keep this, okay? Like I said, the CoverGirl is a nice drugstore, affordable mattifying primer. This one is that in a stick form, and I'm gonna keep this one. This does its job. It does what it's supposed to do. And what I like about it being a stick is that, like, you can be really specific with where you put it on. So I'm gonna keep this one. And what do I have? I was pulling these primers to film this video today, and I was like, why on earth do I have this primer? This is an abomination to society, okay? Like, why? And then I remembered that I bought this for the video testing out things that everyone loved 10 years ago on YouTube. Do you still love it 10 years later? And I think that's why I bought this. This is just a hot, greasy mess on the face. Like, it can go. And this can go right along with baby skin. It is the Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Gel Primer. This is just as greasy as that. I've tried this. I've tried to like both of them several times. Both of them just leave my oily skin a hot, greasy mess, so they can both go. So a couple weeks ago, I did a video on the new Vesca primers. I think in that video, I said that off bat there are only two that I'd be interested in anyway, which are these two. So Dawn, this is the one that I believe is supposed to give you brightness to your face. Dawn can go. I'll declutter that one. And then there are these two, the ones that I would be interested in if I was just a, you know, regular customer on the website reading the descriptions. There's First Blush, and then there is Sunrise. I believe Sunrise is the one that gives you a radiant look to your face, and First Blush, I don't remember what First Blush is supposed to give you, but First Blush is going to go. So if you guys saw that video, the one that I used in that video that's supposed to give you a nice radiant look to your face, again, I have oily skin. When you balance it out, you can get, you can use radiant, glowy products on your oily skin and it still lasts throughout the day. So that is why I'm going to keep Sunrise. Put that down. Yes, I do have the smoothing one from CoverGirl. So the mattifying one is a good one. The smoothing one is a better one. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the smoothing primer. Again, drugstore affordable. And I prefer more of the smoothing primer than the like pore filling primer, because you know, pore filling gets all up into your pores, all that stuff, where the smoothing pretty much does the same thing, but it just kind of, you know, smooths it out instead of like penetrating the skin. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm gonna put that down. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I loved this primer for a good minute. And the only reason I'm going to declutter it right now is because I bought, I think, did I do a haul? I think I did a haul video. But I bought the liquid version. You know, Tasha just launched the liquid version of this year. I bought that. I'm assuming it's literally this, but just in a liquid formula, so I should like that as well. So I'm going to take a leap on faith here that they'll be the same things, and I'll like the liquid version as much as I like this one, because a big reason a lot of people didn't like this is because you guys know you have to dig into this to get the product out. No, it came with a scooper. It comes with a scooper, but it was just, I can understand why people didn't like having to deal with this. So I'm hoping the liquid version is the same exact thing, but just a little more user-friendly. So I'll declutter Silk Canvas. Another Laura primer. This is the blurring primer. Keep this. Okay, you guys see what I was just saying about preferring the smoothing, blurring primers as opposed to the pore filling ones. This does what it's supposed to do. The hydrating one, that I can let go. The hydrating one is the blue one. This is the purple one, if like color association helps you guys. The blurring one does what it's supposed to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. Another Laura primer is the Radiance one. This is not part of the primer line that she launched, but I had purchased this before that came out. This is a good primer. Again, if you have oily skin and you like mixing in radiant natural finish products, this will be nice on your skin. But I found another one that pretty much does the same as this that I like a little bit better, so I can declutter this. Don't fall over. Okay, and this another Laura primer is the broad spectrum sunscreen. But this is a sunscreen. That's not primer, so that doesn't count. Move that out of the way. Maybe this is what I used in a recent video that made me think I had tried the Makeup Revolution one, but this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Again, it's supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha primer and that Tarte primer everyone was using a couple years ago. I think, you know, it's a pretty decent dupe of the Tatcha primer, but if I declutter the Tatcha primer because I bought it in a liquid version and I don't need that one, I don't really need this one either, so I'll put that down. This would not be me if I didn't drop something. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and y'all know this isn't going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. Okay, I mean, you can't notice it because of how the product is inside the bottle, but she has gotten some good use ever since I did the video on this last year. I feel like this is what brought Milk back into my vision, my line of vision with their brand, because when they first launched, it was just kind of like, okay, got that blurring stick, okay, and then they started coming out with this, and then everything they came out with after, it was just like, I see you, Milk makeup. So this is a gripping primer. You know, it's like once you put your makeup on, it's supposed to stick wherever it is for the day and last all day, and that it does. So this is not going anywhere. I'll go ahead and put this down somewhere where it won't fall over. What is this? This is the Ren Clean Skincare Perfect Canvas. I bought this because of Alyssa Ashley. She was right, it is an actual very good primer. Also, I believe they're also a clean beauty brand, so if you guys are interested, this is a little, actually no, it's probably around the same price as Dermablend. I was gonna say it's probably more expensive, which it probably is. It's a good primer, but I think I'm getting close to my, actually, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. 1, 2, 3. For now, I'll say I want to keep this. For now, let me put that down on the keep side. I might have to declutter it. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. If you guys saw the video, I tested this out against the Milk Hydro Grip. They're exact dupes, like literally exact. And I think some people even said they preferred the e.l.f. side over the Milk Hydro Grip side. Me and Hydro Grip are not parting ways at this point, so it's like, do I need you if you do the same exact thing as another product I already own? I probably don't, so I'm gonna go ahead and let go of e.l.f. Dew Primer. The FARSÁLI primers, we're gonna get there sooner or later. Is there anything in this? I might not have a choice but to declutter this. I don't think there's anything in here. I really don't think that, but that's a good thing, right? Because that should let you know that if there was anything in here, I would not be decluttering this. This is their Skintune Blur Primer. Is this my favorite FARSÁLI primer? Actually, is there? Okay, there's a little something in there, but I've pretty much used this up. But since there's still a little something in there, this isn't going anywhere. I love blurring primers. That's what it does. Also, it's a very good mattifying primer without being a mattifying primer. You know, it's not gonna dry your skin out, but if you do have oily skin, it is going to keep you pretty matte throughout the day. The next FARSÁLI, I think we can notice which brand makes my favorite primers. This is the Liquid Glass Radiance primer from FARSÁLI. Like this one, you can see how it's all the way down here. I've used a very decent amount of this, which is why it's not going anywhere. Again, Liquid Glow Radiant primer. I have oily skin, but it holds up really well on my face throughout the day, especially if you use primers in specific places, because I have oily combo skin, so I'm oily in my T-zone, pretty normal around the rest of my face. So if you use a, you know, mattifying primer in your T-zone and then this around the rest of your face, chef's kiss for the rest of the day. And then the liquid powder, which I think I've used once, maybe, not in a video. I feel like I have, because I feel like I used it wrong. So that's why I'm thinking I have used this before, but I don't remember if I have. But for that reason, it can't go anywhere because we got to test things out before we declutter them. So I'll go ahead and put that down over there. And the last primer I have is the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition primer, which there was the other CoverGirl mattifying primer, which I said was good. So if that one's good, this one is great. This one I think I can keep because I think I'll still be under 10 primers, and because it's worth keeping. This is a very, again, drugstore affordable primer. It's matte, not too matte where it dries out your face throughout the day, but it gets the job done if you have oily skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll keep this one. So I counted and I kept exactly 10. Proud of myself. Okay, my brain must be a pro at this since all the other declutter videos I've done. So the 10 that I am keeping are the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, the FARSÁLI Skintune Blur, the Ren Perfect Canvas, don't fall, the FARSÁLI Liquid Glass, did I say Liquid Glow before? Liquid Glass, the CoverGirl Matte Ambition, the Laura Pure Canvas Primer Blurring, the NYX Pore Filler, the Vesca Soft Radiant Skin in Sunrise, okay, the CoverGirl Skin Smoothing, and the Lancôme Blur and Go Primer Stick. So I counted how many primers I have in total. There were 29, if I can count correctly. There are 10 of those. I'm keeping 3 that I haven't tried yet, so I'll put in the pile to use for makeup products I forgot to use videos, and 29 minus 13 are how many I'm getting rid of. So I feel like this was a pretty successful declutter. I feel like I went through this quickly. Hopefully this video is not that long. Let me know if I decluttered your faves, if I kept some of your faves, or if your faves weren't even mentioned in this video and you feel like I should check them out in the comments down below. And yeah, so make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.